centers and selling these goods in the spare part market. And Cameroon electricity access rate reaches 71%, marking a significant improvement and extensive investment in this sector. EU ambassador to Cameroon visits leading TV broadcaster Canal International. Jean-Marc Chantinier has promised more cooperation with media, with Canal International at the forefront. Top stories. Thanks and welcome to the 6:15. Our platforms opened for consultation. We begin from Yaoundé, where the police have arrested a gang of 6 who have been on the run for more than 7 months at homes and commercial centers in Dragash, in Coleton and Régie neighborhood, making away with valuables which they sell in spare parts markets. The suspects, Ngamu Beatrice tells us, are all convicts.
Housebreaking, their specialty, operating in homes, commercial centers, structures, and living with all that they lay their hands on, be it in kind or in cash. Electronics, cooking plates, glasses, grinding machines, and more. Fruitful neighborhoods.
Can name Dragash, Coleton, Régie. Basically specialized in theft using what we call pince Monseigneur, what we call pied de biche, and they were arrested during a special operation put in place by the chief in charge of the 10 district police ambassadors.
Mission they were able to accomplish due to wise maneuver of the vigilante committees in these neighborhoods. They also profited highly from theirs in source in these areas, hinting them whenever the coast is clear to easily carry on mission. 7 long months. From January to July, they carried on successful operations and business, as most of their booties were for cash at spare parts and used item markets, which they add to the many others they get during their robbery. With the support of the population, the 6 supposed burglars finally fell into the hands of the 10th District Police Station Bastos. They are all ex-convicts.
And we stay in Yaoundé, Beatrice, and of course with you, as it was a tragic accident that occurred this morning at Monte Don Bosco in Mimboman, when a truck carrying a container somersaulted and bashed 3 vehicles. 3 persons are known to have died on the spot, while several others were wounded. The accident is happening just 2 weeks after another one due to brake failure.
Another death too much. Difficult for this mother to digest, as 3 persons gave up the ghost, leaving others injured early today morning following an accident at the Monte Don Bosco area, Mimboman neighborhood under Yaoundé 4. It was at around 6:30 a.m. that this truck with a container loaded with cocoa was making a climb up this hill when the brake failed and struggling to end caused by the roadside. A bend for safety instead ended fatal. The unprotected container left its position and fell on a yellow cab, a blue car destroying a white car close by. Eyewitness and brave population moved into action immediately that saved many. We removed 3 people from the Carina, 3 behind the Yaris and 2 in front. The driver was safe but difficult for those behind the cab. The consequence, death of 3 persons. This accident, due especially to brake failure, is coming barely 2 weeks after another, though with no casualties nor deaths, but destroyed cars. The wailing, long and disheartening need for peaceful solution. We cry and plead for the government to look into the problem of our roads, and especially the road to the chapel, because it is the best in relation to this descent. The dead bodies were then taken to the mortuary. Accident vehicles like trucks cleared off the road, and circulation is back to normal.
It's rather unfortunate there. Thanks very much, Beatrice in Cameroon. Cameroon's electricity access rate is reported to have reached 71% in 2022. This is World Bank statistics on energy accessibility. But according to the World Bank, the increase is due to an extensive investment in the electricity sector. However, energy experts have cautioned that this might be misleading as there is still this excruciating problem of connectivity. Burglary.
The 71% electricity access rate in Cameroon, according to the World Bank report, was made possible with the connection of 221,000 new subscribers to the grid in 2021, followed by 159,000 others in 2022 by the electricity distribution company. These, coupled with the construction of 540 kilometers of new power lines in 2021, far surpassing the average of 150 kilometers completed in prior years.
We have a there power plant with a capacity of 256 megawatt. You go not too far from there, you arrive in Sonlolo. We have the second power plant there, producing 393 megawatt of electricity. And when you go to the north region, you have there the Lagdo power point, producing 72 megawatt electricity. It means that here in Cameroon is credible, that there is credibility, that they ask you to believe that the access rate to electricity is 71%.
Il me souvient aussi qu'on a connu quelques perturbations.
The Memvele Dam is crucial for Cameroon's electricity supply, especially amid frequent disruptions caused by silting. Additionally, the Kribi Power gas plant faces challenges, injecting its planned 213 megawatts into the network. Sonatrel struggles with outdated infrastructure. Given these issues, achieving a 71% energy distribution rate is challenging.
De cette énergie qui atteint les 71%.
Experts emphasize that simply connecting new subscribers is insufficient. Ensuring consistent power supply is crucial.
Le tout n'est pas de dire qu'on a branché, on a connecté un certain nombre d'abonnés.
Connecting subscribers is not enough. It's essential to ensure they receive consistent quality power. Recently, I witnessed villages in the center region that went without electricity for 2 weeks to even 3 months.
3 mois sans électricité.
Don't believe that due to the fact that the average rate of electricity is higher, that you cannot face power shortage.
Both experts are convinced that the completion of the Cliquez Dam, expected in a few years, could add up to 2,000 megawatts of capacity to the grid, potentially alleviating some of the current constraints. Until then, Cameroon's electricity supply may remain inconsistent despite the growing number of connections.
Thanks very much, Burglary Dibrang. And the European Union ambassador to Cameroon has promised more cooperation with the media and with Canal International at the forefront. Jean-Marc Chantenier was speaking during a visit to the multi-billion francs infrastructure in Douala, precisely at UP. So he had time to discuss European Union and Cameroon's cooperation. Details in the following report. The European Union ambassador to Cameroon, Jean-Marc Chantenier, was received by Colette Chatoué, Director of Operations, and Abel Defofotso, Managing Director of the Radio Services. For more than 30 minutes, the guest of the day toured the latest generation of facilities of Cameroon's leading private media broadcaster. From the programs and production studios to the newsroom, not forgetting the sales department, the editing room, the computer graphics and broadcasting and other offices, Jean-Marc Chantenier and his delegation praised the huge investment made by the chairman and managing director of Canal International, Emmanuel Chatoué, during their meeting with the director of operations. The meeting was followed by a friendly exchange with the dynamic team of Canal and Sweet FM in the conference room.
to know what really is happening in the field, what is happening in Douala, which is the economic capital of Cameroon, to meet businessmen, to meet students, to know what they are doing, what are their projects, to feel what is their sense of urgency, what we need to do, and to try to build a common understanding of what is happening and to build joint projects, win-win projects together.
Canal International is a private media television channel that is getting closer and closer to its viewers. So it was important to share this special moment with viewers around the world. During the program Un jour un événement, the ambassador of the European Union spoke about the choice of his visit to the new premises of Canal International in Yopoué, while revisiting cooperation between Cameroon and the European Union. These souvenir photos, these fraternal handshakes and this atmosphere set the tone for cooperation opportunities in the media sector with the European Union, with Canal International at the forefront in the very near future. I will move over to the Mongo division, where there is controversy in Bomonobambenge clan in the Mongo division, as some local chiefs have actually challenged the legitimacy of a newly designated traditional leader of Maka village. The concerns have been raised to the divisional administration that has prompted an urgent measure to arrest the crisis. Details with Morindi.
On September 20, tensions escalated in Bomono, Mbambenge, when the chief of Maka erected a plaque near the local flag, officially designating the area as a third-degree traditional chieftaincy. These announcements have sparked significant debates among local...
Discussion d'un espace de terrain du village de Bomono, Mbambenge, qui est aujourd'hui réclamé par le canton Bakoko et qui se dit un village Maka.
Simon Pierre Koto, chief of Bomono Mbambenge, contends that Maka is merely a neighborhood within their jurisdiction, arguing against its recognition as an independent chieftaincy. Manga Ntumbe, a representative of the Bomono Ga chief, expressed the need for peace and outlined the role of the Dibombari divisional office as a mediator in the dispute.
Nous allons nous préparer, on nous a donné 8 jours pour apporter les documents qui justifient le village de chacun.
In response to the escalating tensions, the assistant aides conduct closed-door hearings with opposing parties, while several recommendations have emerged from these discussions. The pertinent documents concerning the chieftaincy claim are currently awaited for verification by the Ministry of Territorial Administration.
Nous demandons tout simplement aux populations d'être calmes, de suivre les instructions, de ne pas céder aux provocations.
As the situation unfolds, the local community remains vigilant, seeking clarity on the legitimacy of Maka's new status and the implications it holds for traditional governance in the region.
And we swing over through the southwest region, where women and girls in the English-speaking part of the country are making their voices heard for better future amidst the ongoing security concerns. They recently gathered to brainstorm on the opportunities and to share ideas for more women to be impacted with development and know-how. Our Southwest Chief Correspondent Ines Ondwabala reports.
Women and girls in the English-speaking part of Cameroon are the most affected with the ongoing security crisis. They are victims of atrocity perpetrated in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon since 2017. Exposed to psychological trauma and the non-respect of their rights, women and girls are more than ever before determined to break the silence.
Most importantly, we started this Overdev Accommodation, Tuition and Scholarship Project in 2018 when we had come to Boya for my master's program and mentoring some girls who had passed the advanced level and didn't have accommodation or tuition to continue their education.
Women Impacting Values for Development, VIVADEV, say it is time for the girl child to sit up and have a vision for the future.
Knowing that many girls will go to school, but in order not to be dependent on the wrong sources while they are going to school, we engage the skills training so that while they are studying, they can learn a trade. We began with ICT, we had hairdressing, we had tailoring, we had decoration, so that they could learn these side skills.
On the occasion of this year's International Gay Child Day, VIVADEV empowered women and girls to share their dreams and aspirations, highlighting their vital role in shaping a better world.
They go for the impact, and I want to say Barrister Matilda is doing a lot of great work. She's putting in a lot to see that the girls especially get to the point where they can also become an agent of change.
We are just recent partners with VIVADEV, and we are so happy to partner with them because they have one of our core values, educating the girl child, which I think is very vital for our community and society today.
Together, these girls are creating opportunities, breaking barriers, and championing equality, all in a bid to make their voices heard in building a better future.
Thanks very much, Ines Ondwabala, reporting there from Buya. And of course, drawing the cuttings for this edition of the news, in which we got information that the police actually apprehended a notorious gang in Yaoundé that has been giving sleepless nights to inhabitants of that part of the country. And of course, how the EU ambassador to Cameroon, Jean-Marc Chantelin, has promised better cooperation with private leading media broadcaster Canal International. Thanks for being there with me. I'm Kejang Henry Atimbe.